The next thing is in the list here of instructions is the function, to make sure that you use the functions for row 28, which if you look up here in the function bar, we have done that. So that was the @sum function. So now the next thing is the accounting style. For the prices in M28, and if you remember, we moved these over. Our column M should be dollars, should be an accounting style, and our column O should be accounting. All three of these should be accounting. Now, what's the difference between, I want to open this up, and if you are in the Home tab, and you're in the number group, and expand that to take a look here. You have two formats here. Number, which if you take a look here, there is no comma, there's no $sign. The currency is a standard currency format, $sign, comma, 2 decimals. So you see the difference between the numbers and the currency. So a lot of it depends upon how much room you have. Do you want to take up enough room to use that formatting, or do you want them all to have $signs? So I'm going to highlight this range, and I am going to select the currency accounting format, I'm sorry. So the accounting format here, I have a blank line here. I'm going to put some numbers back in here so that Minnie Mouse has an order. I don't know how I lost her order. Now, if I don't want to take up so much room here on this next column, I can just use the comma style. The comma style formats everything to the right, and if there is at least, if it's that $1,000, it will use a comma. And so then the total, this is the total with price. I click on the first cell, drag that down with my mouse, and let's do this as dollars. So there is my formatting. Let me drag that back over. So that is number 4, your accounting style formatting. Sorting ascending. Now, we want to sort the orders in ascending order. So I'm going to expand this. And the first thing I would do if I were you is I would save this document before you sort, just to be absolutely sure. I always save it before I sort, because there is a chance that if you have any problems, your orders can be all messed up. So I want this one as Lab 4. So what we want to do is, you can do it based on the total price. You can do it based on the count. It doesn't really matter. I just want you to sort it in the total price. Total. So what you're going to do is you always highlight the whole range anywhere where there may be data. You notice that I did not highlight column A, because that's just numbering, and those numberings can stay there. I sorted the orders, I sorted the tax, I sorted the price with tax. Because if you don't, you could get, I'm going to show you what can happen. If I only sort part of this, and I don't want the total packages there, go up here in the right hand side of the home tab, and there is sort and filter, and I want to sort it. If I do a sort A to Z, look at what it does. This is not sorted by numbers, and this is sorted by first letter of the name. So what happens here? It actually calculated correctly. But it could be, I wouldn't want to take a chance on that. So what I would want to do is select this whole range, everything that you want sorted. Go to sort, go to custom sort. And on this custom sort, you can tell it, what do you want it sorted by? And it's going to give you a list here. You can sort it by total price with tax, and I can click OK. Now, I've got all these with 0 up here. You see how it's sorted all of it? This is probably not the appropriate way to do it. So what you might want to do, you can do one of two things. You can go back to your custom sort. You can do largest to smallest. So the largest order, who has, Janet Notice has 11 bags of nuts. So hers is the largest, and you see here, who's got the smallest? Ken South has got the smallest order. He's cheap, he's only ordering 2 bags. But there you get all your zeros back down here. If all you wanted to do was sort, and you wanted to sort by the smallest order, select this range. So the active orders are the only ones selected. Now I can go to custom sort, and I can do smallest to largest. See there, oops, I didn't select it correctly. Smallest to largest. Click OK. Why isn't it smallest to large. Oh, because my range here, I want it to be by the total price. Okay. Oh, the reason that happened is because I didn't select the correct range. If you go to sort, custom sort, there is a link here. It says my data has headers. Excel was considering this first row a header. That's why it didn't sort that. So now if you say no, that's not a header, that's data that I want sorted, now this is what you get. So you've got your orders in numerical order by total price, which is what I want you to do. Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to spell check your document. Just like in Excel, there is a spell check, and if you go to review and you go over here to spelling, and it's going to ask you, do you want to start at the top? I'm going to maximize it. I can't. Okay. It's finding smokin' jalapeno almonds. Well, that's the correct spelling. So I want to ignore it. And the rest of it is spelled correctly. So make sure that you check your spelling. Another thing I just saw, look at my column is not wide enough. So I need to go back here, and this B column should be wider. Okay? So, and then you need to compare your spreadsheet to what we have here on page 2. And if you want to, you can do the extra credit items. In order to do these, you can look them up. You can look up conditional formatting up here in the Tell Me, up here, or you can look it up on YouTube and watch it. You can also do a shrink to fit feature, and that helps. So you can look those up. You can also go over here and name your sheet order form, and I'm going to give you a clue here. If you go down here where it says sheet 1, right click and rename. Okay, so that's your Excel Lab 4.